Space weather update. We just had 4 X-class flares unleash themselves from active region 4366. That is Earth facing right now. We had an X1.0, we had an X2.8, we had an X1.6, and the strongest of them all, an X8.1. So yes, the energy is a lot and it's being released to you. I'm Sarah Starr here with your space weather update for February the 2nd. Pay attention. Now here's what everybody is speculating. Not every X-class flare launches a CME towards Earth, but that X8.1 flare did produce a CME, but NOAA's modeling shows that the bulk of that plasma is traveling north and east of the Earth line. This does not mean a direct hit, but mostly it's going to be a glancing blow, possibly arriving around February the 5th. Now the other flares, they were flare-dominant events, strong radiation, radio blackouts, no significant Earth-directed CMEs though. This is our Enlil graph. This is going to show what the CME is going to produce. As you can see, it's very mild, and we're not really going to get much of an effect of this, but yes, a very small glancing blow. But what these do produce is radio blackouts, and we had radio blackouts back to back. You can see the absorption field here in our global 1 dB ABS, and as you can see, it absorbs it in, and it's very strong effect in these regions. You're going to see it transfer over into Africa, and then the radio blackouts are going to be centralized over this region. We've had really strong activity going on our sun, but nothing is being really released from these solar flares at all. There is like no plasma that's being ejected except for that one. Like I said, we're gonna see that glancing blow, but the activity is here and we still have time with this region on our sun. It is the only sunspot region that is giving us issues. So this flare probability of 40% is just due to that active region 4366. Also, check out the proton level, 65%. So if we do have plasma that does eject, it will come along with some protons later down the line. We get photons first, then electrons, and then the protons. Those hold mass. They take a lot more time to reach Earth, and you will feel it. Here is one of those CMEs that we will have a possible glancing blow from come February the 5th. But look at the non-stop activity that is happening on the sun. As you can see, multiple M-class flares, higher M-class flares as well. And then we're getting into those X-class ranges, almost into an X10. This region is just continuously popping off, and we're not done with it yet. We still have a while with this region. Let's take a look at our sun, because we do have a lot of sunspot regions, although none of them are really shooting off much of anything except for 4366. This region will be Earth-facing in the next coming of days. It is still very active and significantly growing in size. As you can see, we started monitoring it on the 30th. It was only 60 in size, and then it grew into 550, and we're literally just stabilized there. Same with the amount of sunspot regions, so it's gonna pop off again today. Be aware. Check out our X-class flare, 4 of them. M-class flare is very high. C-class flare is still popping off. This is a massive region, and you can see it's very, very complex. So we have these little pockets, areas right here that we're concerned about, this one right above it as well, and then we have these little tiny pockets over here. So this is what we are looking at, because our intermediate spots are really gonna blow. But like I said, our 3-day geomagnetic forecast, we're not really getting anything except for February 5th. We may jump into those minor geomagnetic storm levels, perhaps going into a moderate storm with a G2, but right now we're low and slow. There's no shock front, there's no major speed jump, there's no major magnetic compression. So this is the pressure, but without the actual impact. Not a geomagnetic storm at this point yet. But just you wait, because we have a lot of time with this region. It's still developing, it's growing in size, it's growing in the number of sunspots, and it's not Earth facing yet. So when that happens, we could see it actually explode and us actually get a larger geomagnetic storm come this weekend. But we're watching it very, very, very closely. Now, even though we have no Earth-directed components aside from that small glancing blow, you are still going to feel all of the effects from the photons and the electrons that are still funneling in. So your nervous system is going to pick up on this first. Sleep disruptions are going to happen. Your emotions may also go haywire. Remember, we also are still in a full moon in Leo right now. Communication is going to be out of whack. We also have Aquarius energy that's surfacing right now. So you're going to be very floaty. Your mind is going to be speeding up. You're looking for patterns. You're seeing it and you're speaking out with your authenticity. joy and your courage. But we want to do it in a very emotionally mature way instead of locking into the fear and the aggression that the agenda really is pushing on you right now. If you haven't looked, they're releasing the Epstein files right now. Well, some of them. They're releasing those. They're trying to get you all hot and bothered. And then this activity, along with the full moon, the Grammy sacrifices, and the fire horse, and all of that stuff is just starting out February. Like I said, February is going to be massive. So you're going to feel wired. You're going to feel restless. You're going to feel reactive even without a storm. Make sure that you are hydrating. You are grounding your bioelectrical. You're going to feel the energy. If you don't ground it out, your nervous system is going to go haywire. You're not going to be able to think. You're going to make really poor decisions or poor actions, and then you're just going to cycle again. But I don't think it's a coincidence that all of this happens whenever we're in the year of the horse, the fire horse. It's all about leadership and passion and courage and momentum, fiery momentum. We're in the 2-2 portal, so it's like we're fire on fire, literally. So it's impulsive, it's fast, there's no patience. And that 2-2 portal is really about choices and realigning yourself and then mirroring that. People are going to react faster than they are thinking, and then words are going to come out before they can even filter them. So watch out. But that's not all, because February the 13th, we're going to have Saturn is going to enter into Aries. This is going to be when that discipline is going to meet with that fire. So authority will meet its action, and then the systems will be tested. Right after that, we have February 17th. This is going to be that annular solar eclipse, a literal ring of fire, and it's going to reset around identity and leadership and direction. Then February 20th, that's the big shift, okay? We've been talking about this since January. So let's talk about it. Saturn and Neptune meeting 0 degrees in Aries, and 0 degrees is ignition. The whole month of February is about leadership, stepping into that leadership, taking back the fucking power from the elite agenda, because everybody's seen through the nasty dark shit that they do, and then it's really the illusion that's going to be burning off. That's going to be, but the truth, they're going to demand it. They want action. People are going to want action, but hopefully they don't get caught up in the rat race that they want you to be caught up in. They want this fiery spark. They want you to cause chaos, and they want you to burn down your city. But people really are no longer going to be staying silent, because nothing is being done about the terrible shit that's happening globally, not in America, global and off planet. What does this mean for the whole collective? What it means is that you need to expect people to start speaking out. There are going to be sudden decisions that are going to be made. There's also going to be walkouts and confessions along with everything that's going on. Make sure you keep your head on a swivel, guys. Keep it there. Keep yourself grounded. There's a lot of shit that's coming out, okay? And this fire is not going to wait. This fire is going to move. It is going to burn. No, this is not the apocalypse, but what this is pressure cooker energy. And how you handle this energy is going to matter for your future and everybody else's future. So don't get out of hand. Fire is going to be a tool, or is going to be a weapon. You choose depending on your awareness. And on top of all the solar weather, we are getting earthquakes. We just got hit with a 3.9 and several afterquakes in San Ramon in California. So over 1,000 people are reporting feeling this earthquake in that region. There is no loss of life so far that they have put on there, but the earthquakes are going to be prominent. And remember, it's the ring of fire as well. So expect your throat chakras to be opening up. Expect your heart to be opening up. Expect your third eye to be blown the fuck open too. Make sure you're grounding. Don't go into the rabbit holes too deep. And if you do go down those rabbit holes, make sure you're able to get yourself safely out. And give yourself enough time to recollect yourself after you see what cannot be unseen. If you want to know how all of this hits in your chart, head over to my website, sarahstarofficial.com. I do natal chart readings. I also do starseed origin readings. Tap into the Akashic Records, all for you. I'm Sarah Star, here with your space weather update. Follow for more.